Let's just talk a little bit more about set and drift. So we've established that set and drift relates to the current. The set is the direction, and the drift is the speed. And in the example I just gave, we used some information that we got from the chart, or you might have got it from an almanac, to tell you what was going on with the current in the space that you're in. It is possible that you observe set and drift, and here's how that might happen. So, I'll get my time, log, course, and notes, and I head off. It's 21:30. My log says 62. My course is, let's go kind of somewhat south, so my course is 172 degrees, magnetic, and again green, green number 1 is close aboard. Alright, then at 2200 hours, my log reads 65. My course hasn't changed, but something odd has happened. And let's say that red number 2 is close aboard. Now, let's just start from green number 1. Green number 1 is there. I head off at 172. I've got my parallels. I've looked at 172. I've walked it over to my chart. Let's make it a straight line. I've got my 172, and that's my course line. And if my DR was accurate, so I've now gone 3 miles, I go across to my latitude scale, I get my 1, 2, 3 nautical miles, I mark that off on my course line, and here we go, there's my 3 nautical miles. Oops, 3 nautical miles, that would be my DR. But what's odd is there's a red marker over here. That's red number 2. And apparently that's where I am. So instead of going from green number 1 along in this direction, getting to where my DR is, right here, at 2200 hours, the reality is that I'm over here. So something has moved me from where I think I should be to where I really am. And we can assume that that was current. So this actually is some current that I didn't know about before I started, but I am aware of now. And so if I can calculate my set and drift, there's a more advanced plotting technique which would allow me to build that in to my course so that I then steer a course adjusted for set and drift. But anyway, so this finding out what the set is pretty straightforward. Remember, we always talk about the direction the current's going in. So I just move my parallels down to my compass rose. I read off what it says on the inner circle, and it looks like it's 250. So my set is 250 degrees magnetic, and then I need to know what my speed is. Well, what I have to do again is visit D Street. There's D Street. Yeah, there we go. So with that, I need a distance and I need a time to give me a speed. So the distance, how long is my current vector? So I take have a look at I know the direction of the current, the direction it's going in is 250, and then I go across, I take a look at my distance, and the distance is 1 nautical mile. So now I go to my D street again, D street, distance equals 1, time equals 0.5 of an hour, 30 minutes. So speed is distance divided by time, so 1 divided by 0.5 is 2. So now I know that the speed of my current, the drift of my current is 2. So instead of going to the information here on the chart about currents, I've already worked out that as I'm crossing, perhaps it was Sir Francis Drake Channel, as I was crossing this part of the channel, leaving a marker here and finding myself on a marker down there, that I've seen that there has been a current with a set of 250 degrees magnetic and a drift of 2. So that's observing set and drift.